The 1970 Roosevelt dime is a coin that holds historical significance and numismatic interest among collectors. Part of the larger Roosevelt dime series, the 1970 dime stands out as a relatively rare coin in terms of mintage, but it still draws attention due to variations in mint marks, errors, and its place in American coinage history. In this extensive guide, we will explore the value and history of the 1970 Roosevelt dime, focusing on its design, mintage, mint mark variations, key errors, and its current value in the numismatic market. Historical background. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. The introduction of this dime honored the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had died the previous year. Roosevelt was particularly associated with the fight against polio, and the dime's introduction coincided with the March of Dimes campaign, which was founded to combat the disease. John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time, designed the coin, and his initials can be found on the coin just below Roosevelt's neck. The dime's design features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, with the word Liberty appearing to the left of the portrait, the motto, "In God We Trust," below Roosevelt's chin, and the date to the right. On the reverse, the coin features a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, with olive branches on either side representing peace. The words, "United States of America," and "E pluribus unum," surround the torch, along with the denomination, 1 dime. The 1970 Roosevelt dime continues this design, but it is a part of a post-silver era in U.S. coinage. By 1970, dimes, along with quarters and half dollars, were no longer made of silver, following the Coinage Act of 1965. This act was passed in response to a national silver shortage and rising silver prices, which made it financially impractical for the U.S. Mint to continue producing silver coins for general circulation. The 1970 dimes, like those struck since 1965, were composed of a copper-nickel-clad material, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. Mintage and mint marks. The 1970 Roosevelt dime was struck at 3 different U.S. Mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these facilities produced dimes with different mint marks, and some were minted specifically for circulation while others were minted for collectors. Philadelphia Mint, the Philadelphia Mint, in 1970, produced 345,570,000 Roosevelt dimes for general circulation. Coins minted in Philadelphia during this time period did not carry a mint mark, which makes identifying them easy. These dimes were widely circulated and are very common today, often found in pocket change and circulated coin rolls. Denver Mint. The Denver Mint produced 754,942,100 Roosevelt dimes in 1970, a significantly larger number compared to the Philadelphia Mint. These dimes are marked with a small D mint mark located to the right of the date on the obverse of the coin. Denver-produced dimes are also common and widely available in circulated conditions. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced 2 types of dimes in 1970, regular proof dimes and a small number of circulation strike dimes. The proof dimes, struck for inclusion in special proof sets for collectors, were produced to a much higher standard of quality, featuring polished planchets and specially prepared dies to ensure a mirror-like finish. These proof dimes are marked with an S mint mark and are sought after by collectors for their superior finish and lower mintage numbers. In total, 2,632,810 proof dimes were produced by the San Francisco Mint in 1970. Additionally, a small number of regular circulation strike dimes were also produced at the San Francisco Mint, though these are much rarer than their proof counterparts. These circulation strike San Francisco dimes were part of special mint sets, making them less common and more valuable to collectors. Errors and varieties. The 1970 Roosevelt dime, while not known for any particularly famous errors like the 1969 S. Lincoln cent double die, does have some notable varieties and errors that are of interest to numismatists. These varieties can add value to an otherwise common coin and are often sought after by collectors. Off-center strikes, one of the more common errors for Roosevelt dimes in general, and the 1970 dimes in particular, is the off-center strike. These errors occur when the coin planchet is not properly aligned with the coin press, resulting in a coin that has part of the design missing or struck off-center. The degree of off-centering can vary, with more dramatic off-center strikes generally commanding higher premiums. Clipped planchets. A clipped planchet error occurs when a portion of the coin is missing due to a mishap during the planchet cutting process. These errors can result in dimes with a curved or straight portion missing, giving them a distinctive appearance. Clipped planchets are less common but are highly collectible. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks occur when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack, leading to raised lines on the surface of the coin where metal flows into the crack during the striking process. Cuds are a related error that occurs when a portion of the die breaks away completely, leaving a raised, unstruck area on the coin. Both die cracks and cuds are interesting varieties that can increase the value of a 1970 dime, especially if the error is large or pronounced. Double strikes. A double strike occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the die, resulting in a doubled image. This error is rarer for the 1970 dime but can still occasionally be found. Double-struck coins, depending on the severity of the error, can command significant premiums. Proof coin errors. Proof dimes from the San Francisco Mint are struck with great care, but even these high-quality coins can occasionally exhibit errors. One notable error for proof dimes is the frosted proof error, where certain elements of the coin, such as the portrait or lettering, exhibit a frosted appearance instead of the typical mirror finish. This error is rare and highly prized by collectors. Value of the 1970 Roosevelt dime. The value of a 1970 Roosevelt dime depends on several factors, including its condition, mint mark, and whether or not it has any errors or varieties. The following sections will break down the value ranges for different types of 1970 dimes. Philadelphia No mint mark and Denver D mint mark dimes. In circulated condition, 1970 dimes from Philadelphia and Denver are very common and typically only worth $10. Even in higher circulated grades, such as extremely fine or about uncirculated AU, these coins may only be worth slightly more than $20 value, often in the range of $20 to $50. However, uncirculated examples, particularly those graded by third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC, can be worth more. A 1970 dime in mint state, MS, condition can range from $5 to $30, with particularly high-grade examples, such as MS-65 or MS-66, commanding prices of $100 or more. Full bands designations, indicating that the horizontal bands on the torch are fully struck and separated, can further increase the value of uncirculated coins. San Francisco proof dimes. Proof dimes from the San Francisco Mint are generally worth more than their circulation strike counterparts due to their lower mintage and higher quality. A typical 1970s proof dime in proof 65 condition is worth around $5 to $50. Higher grade proof dimes, such as PR67 or PR68, can be worth $20 to $150 or more. Proof dimes with cameo or deep cameo designations, which feature a frosted appearance on the raised design elements, are even more valuable. A 1970s proof dime with a deep cameo, DCAM, designation can sell for $50 to $250, and even higher prices for perfect grade examples. Error dimes, dimes with notable errors, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or double strikes, can be worth significantly more than regular dimes. The value of these error coins depends on the severity of the error and the overall condition of the coin. Off-center strikes, for example, can range from $100 to $500 or more, depending on the degree of off-centering. Clipped planchet dimes may be worth $200 to $1,000, while double-struck dimes can fetch even higher prices. High-grade and full bands dimes, for serious collectors, high-grade examples of the 1970 Roosevelt dime, particularly those with a full bands designation, can be quite valuable. A 1970 dime in MS-67 FB condition, for example, can sell for $1,500 or more, depending on demand and the coin's overall eye appeal. Conclusion: the 1970 Roosevelt dime is a rare coin in terms of mintage, but its value to collectors is enhanced by its mint mark variations, errors, and high-grade examples. While circulated dimes from Philadelphia and Denver may only be worth $10 to $50, uncirculated, proof, and error coins can command higher prices in the numismatic market. Collectors seeking to add a 1970 dime to their collection should pay close attention to the coin's condition, mint mark, and any potential errors, as these factors can significantly impact its value. Whether as a piece of American history or a numismatic treasure, the 1970 dime holds a special place in the Roosevelt dime series.